Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Yay. Look at what a happy bunch of people. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome, everyone, to Unity of New Westminster. Let's stand if we're able, and we'll sing our opening song today, Up, Up, Up.
Up, up, up to a higher place. Up, 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 far beyond this time and space. Up, up, up to a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. Up, up, up to a higher place. Up, 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 far beyond this time and space. Up, up, up to a higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place. A higher place, higher place. I feel my soul rising to a higher place.
Let's just assume that we've sung that song. Good morning once again, everyone. I am Reverend Rona Segara, and I am so delighted to be the minister here at this community of love and fun and support here at Unity of New Westminster. Remember, you are also ministers. Each one of you has your own personal ministry because you live, you breathe, you interact with other people, and you have the opportunity to lift up your life and theirs every single interaction. So yes, I'm up here as the official minister, but you don't get out so easy. You're also part of that. If you are joining us for the first time, welcome. If you are joining us online, welcome to you as well. And for anyone who has been here before, welcome back. It is wonderful to see you. We gather every week to consider ideas for full and abundant living. We draw on the teachings of Jesus, who we consider our primary way shower and example. And we honor that there is wisdom to be found in faith traditions all over the planet. That there is wisdom to be found in our life experiences, in any song, any play, any book. We can see ourselves, see the characters, and learn. So we honor every person's right to choose their own life path. All are welcome here. All are worthy here. All are celebrated here. And our desire for you is that you leave here today with an idea, maybe two, maybe more, that you can take with you and apply in your life, so your life is calm, connected, and contented. We're going to start with opening prayer, but before, I do want to acknowledge and welcome back our dear Greta, who hasn't been here for months and months, far too long, and so wonderful that you are here, and you're looking amazing. Greta is in 91, 92. How many 90s are you, Greta? How old are you? 92 years old. 92 years young. Welcome back, my darling. Let's open our time together in some centering prayer. as we begin with gratitude. Gratitude that we are on the traditional and ancestral territory of the Cookite First Nation. Gratitude that we are able to come together every week in this beautiful little white church on the corner, to laugh together, to sing together, to connect with one another, to be inspired, to be made thoughtful, and to be reminded that we are one. That regardless of our understanding and name for the presence and power that creates us all, whether we call that power God or universe or science or nature or quantum or life or Allah or Yahweh or hundreds of other names, religious and secular, we embrace the idea that it is one power, and that in that power we are all connected. We are part of an interconnected web of life. And from this awareness of our oneness, we extend a blessing for love, for peace, for wholeness and healing to every being on this planet. We resolve to see beneath the labels that divide us and connect heart to heart, sharing our humanity. And for this time together, for this opportunity to be inspired, to rest, and to be reminded of our connection, we give thanks. Amen. I'm going to invite Sharon to come and read the daily word for us today. Thank you. Hold it right there.
Remember how to hold it. Hello.
Perfect.
Okay.
If you hold it here, if you put your hand here, it won't. There, better.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. I'm Sharon, and I'm going to be doing the daily word, which is, the theme is comforted. Secure in the love of the divine, I am comforted. Taking time to remember my loved ones who have passed and envisioning them alive in God brings me comfort and softens the edges of my sadness. When those who care about me reach out to offer me solace, I accept it as love of God flowing through them. When I remember the good times spent with my loved ones, my heart feels lighter as a smile crosses my lips. These tender moments remind me that God is always with me, even in times of grief. I need not shrink from the pain of loss or busy myself to avoid feeling it. Instead, I lean in to the comfort of love to see me through it. This love lifts me and soothes my aching heart. The power of God within gives me strength to persevere with courage and fortitude. This reading was inspired by Isaiah chapter 66, verse 13. As a mother comforts her child, so I will comfort you. You will be comforted in Jerusalem. Now let's sing a song, Gentle with Myself.
I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be gentle with myself. I will be gentle with myself. And I will hold myself like a newborn baby child. I will be tender with my heart. I will be tender with my heart. And I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. I will be tender with my heart. I will be tender with my heart. And I will hold my heart like a newborn baby child. And I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. I will only go as fast as the slowest part of me feels safe to go. I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself. And I love myself like a newborn baby child. I will be easy on myself. I will be easy on myself. And I love myself like a newborn baby child.
As we prepare to hear today's message, I invite you to join me in a time of meditation. If it feels more comfortable for you to close your eyes, then please do that. And if it feels more secure for your eyes to remain open, then allow them just to rest gently on a focal point in front of you. And become aware of your breath. Notice your breathing out and in and out and in. And take a moment now to give thanks for this gift of your breath. And then gently draw your attention to your body, to this amazing container that holds your essence. Take a moment to give thanks for this beautiful vessel, your body. And then draw your attention gently to your thoughts. These thoughts that get you through the day, that sometimes seem too busy, and at other times may feel inadequate. Give thanks for your thoughts. Give thanks for your mind. And then gently draw your attention to your chest, to your heart, your throat, the seat of your emotions. And give thanks for your heart, for your capacity to love. And consider how amazing you are. Notice, even as I say those words, that there may be a part of you that resists. But consider, out of the billions of people on this planet, there is only one you. Out of the billions of people on the planet, most of whom get here into this human experience in the same way, with the joining of a man and a woman, the birth of a child, the growth of arms and legs and ability to walk, the ability to talk, the growing of our bodies, all of these things which are humanly universal. In itself, isn't that a miracle? And yet, the true miracle is that for all of our sameness, each of us is unique. There is only one you. Rest in gratitude now for yourself. How beautiful you are. How precious you are. What a gift you bring. Amazing. Amazing. Enjoy this song. Your loving is a miracle. How deeply you're connected to my soul. How could anyone ever tell you were anything less than beautiful? How could anyone ever tell you were less than whole? How could anyone fail to notice that your loving is a miracle? How deeply you're connected to my soul. What a song that is, huh? My brother David lives on Vancouver Island. And almost any time I see him, I'll say, "Dave, it's good to see you." And his response is, "It's good to be seen." And isn't that so true? I mean, we laugh, but isn't it true that it is good to be seen? To be noticed, to know that we matter. And sometimes, in our desire to be seen, to be noticed, to matter, we can go to some uncomfortable lengths. We can sometimes use up a lot of energy to make sure that in our families that we're seen as the matriarch, or that we're the favored sister or the favored aunt. Well, you know, some of that's just genuine. Like, it's like, who gives the best gift? And who does the most, or who does mom love the most? I mean, some of those things we've grown up with, partly jokingly, but sometimes not so funnily. In our workplaces, we sometimes see it, where we want the boss to notice us and our contribution. And we want our co-workers to recognize us. And we see this desire to be noticed, desire to be invited to the party. Fear of missing out is something that is so real that they even have a short term for it now. It's called FOMO, fear of missing out. For those of you under, I don't even know what number to put in there, but the young'uns all know about FOMO. In fact, by now they've probably come up with some other acronym, because I'm certainly out of date. The thing is, that it can sometimes eat up a lot of energy to always be jockeying for position. And Jesus tells a story about noticing this happening. And he noticed how silly it was, but also how anxiety-producing it can be. And he tells this story. He goes to a feast at a Jewish leader's home, and it's the Sabbath, and he notices that people are jockeying for position to sit at the highest, the place of honor, at the head of the table, if you will. And he says this. This is the story found in Luke chapter 14, from verses 7 to 14. And it's not actually a very well-known parable. It's quite short. And it's known colloquially as the parable of the lowest seat. And it says, Jesus says, when you are invited by someone to a wedding banquet, do not sit down at the place of honor in case someone more distinguished than you has been invited by your host. And the host who invited both of you may come and say to you, give this person your place. And then in disgrace you would start to take the lowest place. But when you are invited, go and sit down at the lowest place, so that when your host comes, he may say to you, friend, move up higher. Then you will be honored in the presence of all who sit at the table with you. For all who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. And what we see is this meal. And at this meal, we see this jockeying for position, people wanting to be noticed. And the discomfort and the anxiety of it. And for those of you who are old enough to remember Benny Hill, as I am, remember the Benny Hill show? And he would have these things where he'd put things at 1.5 speed or even more now. And I have this picture of this clown car almost where people are coming in and moving around and jumping around and jumping around. And even the visual of it can be anxiety producing because it's so chaotic. And what we see then is this message from Jesus saying, chill. You've already been invited to the wedding. Go take a seat. Now, why does he suggest that we take a seat at the lowest table? Because as soon as we do that, we're in a place where we can be present. Where we don't have to worry then about, oh, is this seat really good enough for me? Or how long is it before so-and-so is going to come and bump me and I'm going to have to move down? And what courses am I going to have to take so that I can get my way back to the top of the ladder? And you can feel, even as I'm speaking it, I can feel it in my body that this is not fun. I'm not present at the feast of life when I'm worrying about where I'm sitting and who might consider that I'm not in the right spot. And we see it in our family dynamics. We see it in our work recognition. We see it in how many followers we have on Facebook or Instagram or whatever else is new in social media these days. We see it in status. What car do you drive? What house do you drive? What's the school you went to? Blah, blah, blah. Is it good enough? Am I good enough? The reason I did the meditation I did today about how there is only one of you is because yesterday I was sitting outside. I had a wedding to do in Whistler. So it's sitting outside in the streets of Whistler, the village of Whistler, looking at thousands of people walking back and forth. And how amazing it is. It just struck me like a light bulb. Look at all these amazing people. Not one of us have the same face. Not one of us has the same eye print or thumbprint or brain. And yet we're all connected because we all came to the planet in the same way. Barring unforeseen circumstances, adults have 206 bones in their body, no matter where they are on the planet. At certain ages of our life, we grow hair that we did not expect to grow, and then at other ages of our life, that goes away, and then at other ages later, they come back. And it happens to everyone. So there's this commonality, this universality that we all have, and yet we are all already unique and special and beautiful. What if we didn't care so much about being the best or noticed or the guest of honor? What if we could humble ourselves to the point where we could just be present and watch the beauty of the feast? Leonard Bernstein, the late conductor of the New York Philharmonic Orchestra, was once asked to name the most difficult instrument to play. Without hesitation, he replied, "The second fiddle." I can get plenty of first violinists, but to find someone who can play the second fiddle with enthusiasm, that's a problem. And if we have no second fiddle, we have no harmony. If we have no second fiddle, we have no harmony. Now, those of you who have ever sung in a choir know the importance of having balance between all the parts. There is no part that is more important than the other. For harmony, all parts must work together. Can we, at times, be willing to play the second fiddle, to take a seat a little lower, where we can be present, where we can be at peace, where we can watch and enjoy and love? Because what's true is, it doesn't matter what seat you're in. You already matter. Who you are does not depend on the seat you're sitting in. So that's my first idea about this story. Be willing to take a lower seat. It allows you to be more present. And there's another aspect of this story. And that is when the host says, "Friend, come up higher." The humility part is pretty easy to wrap your head around. But what does it mean, this idea of "friend, come up higher"? Well, if we are to look at the story metaphysically, that is, within ourselves, as aspects of things within ourselves, then we would recognize that we are at once the host of the dinner party, the host of our banquet, and we are each of the guests at our banquet. And there are times when we may place certain things at a higher priority than others. And the question that a thoughtful host, remember it's a wedding banquet that he's talking about, so we're looking for completion and wholeness and integration. Then a perfect host seating people at a wedding banquet is going to look for integration. It's going to make sure that the right person is seated in the right place. And as the host of your life, can you take a look and consider what you're giving the most importance to? Whether it's the things you do, whether it's the people you hang out with, whether it's where you place your precious hours of every day. Sometimes what happens is the thing that shouts the loudest gets the attention. But sometimes isn't it also true that that may appear urgent, but it's not the important part? In time management, they have these quadrants, and you have urgency and you have importance. And if something is important and urgent, that one's easy. But what often gets missed is the important and not urgent. the important but not urgent. The things that, oh, we could just as well do that tomorrow and there's a Netflix show on right now, which is, by the way, sometimes important, sometimes urgent. But mostly, be real here, it's not that important and it's not that urgent. So in the banquet of your life, if you imagine yourself and these aspects of yourself and the things that you could do with those precious hours of your day, is there a place that you might consider, a thing that you might consider, a task that you might consider, words that you might consider that are taking a seat that's just a little too low? And is there a part of you that is willing to go, friend, come up higher? Important things. Make a phone call to a person you haven't heard from in a while. Get your will done. Open that credit card bill that's sitting there that you don't want to look at. Those things that you have on your to-do list but are really your never to-do list, but they just weigh you down. Take a look and consider the idea of inviting some of those things to a higher priority seat at your table. We are both the hosts and the guests at our wedding feast. We get to choose. Let's choose wisely. Maybe what matters most has been waiting for this little invitation. Make the phone call. Schedule the lunch appointment. Schedule the meeting. Schedule the medical appointment, the dental appointment, the things that are easy to put off. Bring them up. The dream that you might have for something sometime in the future that is actually the thing that is your deepest longing. But you allow yourself to get distracted by all the other unimportant, apparently urgent things. Move up higher. To me, this whole story is a story about paying attention to what's important. Where you sit, how you are recognized. Not important. You're already precious. Be solid in the peace of knowing that. And allow someone else to have the limelight. There will be more harmony. And it's a story about, for me anyway, a story about recognizing what is important and inviting that part higher. What's important? What's at your banquet table? And where do these parts of you fit? I'll leave you with one of my favorite poems about life. It is one some of you will have heard me speak before because it is part of our family's culture. We grew up hearing this poem. And it is If by Rudyard Kipling. It was written to his son when he was turning 6. So excuse the references to gender and recognize that we all have a male part of us, so great. Take that in that way. Or just go with daughter when you get to the part where he's talking about son and man. The wisdom is universal. And it goes like this. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating. And yet, don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat these two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose, and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but not too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. And what is more, you'll be a man, my son. Some great lines in here. The one that stands out to me particularly in this idea of who you are has nothing to do with where you sit is the idea of triumph and disaster. Both of them are imposters. You're already good enough. You're already good enough. It is, as my brother David says, good to be seen. But perhaps the greatest freedom comes when we see our own worth. So from this story of the lowest seat, I invite you to consider these two takeaways. One is, be humble. You're already good enough. If someone else needs the limelight more than you, let them. Your glory will shine anyway, and you'll be more present to enjoy the whole experience without worrying about getting knocked off and asking to be taken down a step. And second, you are the master of your ship. You are the host of your banquet table. So if there is a worthy idea, a worthy task that is important but not urgent, that is longing for your attention, invite it up. And bump something else which is not serving you well. Ask it to take the lowest seat. Who you are has nothing to do with where you sit. Choose your seat wisely. I bless you.
My decision. It's up to me to give of my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision, right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision, right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision. No one else can ride in my own. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. My decision, right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision. No one else can ride in my road. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision, right here and now. My decision, right here and now.
Oh, yes. Wait, okay. Hello. Do I have to turn it on? No, it should be on. Hello. Chris. Hi. And what a wonderful talk today. So I'm humbly going to read this. Okay. Please join us from 4 p.m. to 4:45 on Zoom tomorrow for Monday meditation. We check in with each other, enjoy a guided meditation, and we uplift and acknowledge each person as we read the names of the people on our prayer list. To add a person to our prayer list, please fill in the prayer request slip found in your welcome packet. You can also send us an email or submit a prayer request on our website or app. Next week is the last Sunday of the month, Potluck Day. It's the day that we celebrate the birthdays in the month. Please plan to stay after service next week, and if you are able, bring food. After the potluck next week, stay for Cindy's Creative Cafe and Karaoke. This event happens on the last Sunday of each month. It is your chance to paint, draw, tell a story, or work on your own craft project. And of course, sing your favorite karaoke song. In fact, if you like to sing, we'll use Creative Cafe Sundays to sing together as practice for times when we'll have our Unity New West singers lead the singing on Sunday. That's great. This event is by donation. If you want to paint, the cost is $10 to pay for the material. Connect with friends, share your talents, and learn something new. Join us on the last Sunday of each month from 1 to 3. All are welcome. Thank you, Cindy, for your inspiration. I know. And boy, some of the art that comes out of that is absolutely amazing, I know. Unity of New Westminster is fully self-supported, and we are grateful for your gifts, which help us to share empowering ideas. Many of us contribute with pre-authorized payments, so if you're not placing anything into the contribution basket today, please bless it silently when it comes to you. Then pass the basket along. We don't really need that anymore, do we? If you want to give with a credit card, please scan the QR code on your screen. I know Ronnie's going to do that right away, aren't you, Ronnie? For our online viewers, you'll find a donation link in the description of the recording. And please like and subscribe to our channel so that we can reach more people. Please give freely from a place of abundance and gratitude. Thank you. We are so blessed.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
And oh my goodness, are we not all blessed? I am blessed to be here in this place. I am blessed that you are here in this space. I am blessed to know each one of you. Thank you, Chris, for your reading today. Thank you, Sharon. She had to leave early. But thank you for reading today. Thank you to all who participated behind the scenes, audio, visual, and setting up, and ushering, and making coffee, and taking down, and all those things that happen so that it takes a village to make this all happen. Thank you all. We are so blessed. Next week, we're going to do the parable of, or the story of Jesus calms the seas, calms the ocean. So if you like today's, you'll find it's the same sort of approach. Is what can we learn from this story? Let's move into a circle and we'll sing our prayer for protection and our peace song. Please join us after the service for some coffee and munchies, and I hope you all have a wonderful week, everyone. Prem, thank you for audio, and Valerie, thank you for video today. Let's
and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as Creator, family are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
I am the light of God, I am the love of God, I am the power of God, I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. I am the light of God, I am the love of God, I am the power of God, I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. You are the light of God, you are the love of God, you are the power of God, you are the presence of God. Wherever you are, God is. You are the light of God, you are the love of God, you are the power of God, you are the presence of God. Wherever you are, God is. We are the light of God, we are the love of God, we are the power of God, we are the presence of God.